What would the samr model look like in the Department of Languages? The samr model consists of 4 different elements: substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. But what does that look like in reality in the Department of Languages? A substitution for reading would be taking a text that had been formally distributed on paper and just making that text iPad friendly in an ebook format. As you can see from this image, the text is non-interactive. Substitution for writing would be having students type directly onto the iPad instead of writing on paper. Augmentation for reading would consist of taking a text and making it slightly interactive. For example, a PDF which has hyperlinks out to different sites. And how would we augment the writing? Well, we could use the iPad for collaborative writing, real-time writing on spaces like Google Drive and on websites like Today's Meet. Now we move into the next tier of the model, which is modification and redefinition. How would we modify a reading? Well, we've started to do that in the Department of Languages already by producing interactive books in iBooks Author. And why is this different from a slightly interactive PDF? Well, for a start, the text is not flat. The text is interactive in that there are elements within the book that are native to the book, that stay inside the book, yet they are interactive. For example, quizzes, picture galleries, videos, etc. There are also words that can be hyperlinked out to different sites. So we have modified a flat reading text that would be traditionally delivered on a piece of paper and made it an interactive book, like a one-stop shop. How would we modify the writing process then? Well, using programs like Goodreader or Adobe Reader, we can get students to type a text, then they can distribute it to their peers for peer editing. Students can mark up each other's work. It can then come back and we can track those changes. Those changes can be screenshot, put into a portfolio and presented in an ebook format such as Scribble Press, iBooks Author, Creative Book Builder. The last stage of the model is redefinition. How do we redefine reading tasks? Well, an idea for this would be to incorporate challenge-based learning or project-based learning, where we send students out to find the reading text. Instead of giving them something on paper, we give them the topic instead. Students use the resources at their disposal. We have given them a skill set or prepared them to go out to research and then to get a collection of texts, bring them together and analyze them for content, readability, reliability, skills that hopefully will go with them into the majors. So they are the ones who go out and find the text and they're the ones who bring it back. They might modify that text, they might leave it as is, but then they choose a format for sharing that text with the other students. And then how do we redefine writing? Well, here again, instead of giving students parameters and a required format, we give them a challenge. You've gone out, you've found your text, you have understood your text, you have analyzed your text, you have perhaps modified your text, you have shared your text. Now what are you going to do with it? You're going to write about your text. How will you present your writing in a way that redefines writing? Well, perhaps this is where the format needs to come in. So students could take a piece of writing and turn it into a visually enhanced movie by using iMovie. They can use Dragon Naturally Speaking to dictate their work instead of to simply type their work. They can They can also turn it into an ebook where the ebook reads to other students. They can share their writing globally on any manner of social networking forums. But we have come to a point where we have redefined the task and we have redefined the output that we require from the students. And that's what the samr model would look like in the Department of Languages.